All right, so this is the agenda for today. What they're doing is they're in what are called salons or cafes. They're reading a text on the Russian Revolution, and so the objective is to be able to explain the causes and consequences of the Russian Revolution as a result of reading the secondary source document. They need to be able to determine two central ideas and analyze the development of those main ideas throughout the course of the text. The reading strategy we're using is chunking. So we're analyzing each section, one main idea per section, to help us get to the central idea. So we're working in groups of 4. We normally work in partners, and so they're taking turns reading aloud. And then after each 4 paragraphs, or each section that they read, they're then discussing what they read. So we're in groups of 4, a couple groups of 3. We did the first chunk together, the introduction, and then I turned them loose to do the rest. I think there's like 8 sections on their own. And then at the end, they'll discuss what are the 2 central ideas of the text. And then we'll get into some other discussion questions. And after the discussion questions, we will... They'll take a quiz on it, a reading comprehension quiz. So it's basically, it's probably going to be a 2-day activity. So this is a great group over here.
Scholars only.
Scholars right here. So normally we do everything in partners. And I usually read aloud to the group. And then they'll partner share and then share out. But with a text that's like 37 paragraphs long, they would fall asleep. So this is, I think, a good opportunity to get into groups of 4 instead of 2, and do something different. We're 120 days into the school year, so doing the same thing over and over again gets pretty mundane. So today we're trying something new, and I'll jump into each group and just see where they're at and steer the conversation or help them with whatever they're reading. But otherwise, it's more independent, and they're less dependent on me, and so I can film them and see what they're doing. So I'm going to join this group here, and we're going to talk. We're going to see where they're at. So where are you guys at here?
We're basically talking about Lenin.
So you're on the last section?
Yeah.
Okay. So what was the most important thing in that last section?
Well, I basically just said
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you.
like folks doing there was no record of Lenin until he was 17 years old. So he was basically a mystery before his youth, I guess. And that's basically
Yes. They talk about how Lenin's upbringing and how he used to be very an obedient churchgoer, diligent student, part of the establishment, but then unexpectedly it says he grew into an alpha male, so he began to dominate and became a sheer force against Russia.
Yes.
Yeah. Good. What do you think the author's point of view is towards Lenin and the Bolsheviks? Is he in favor of the communist revolution, or do you think he has a more negative view of what happened in 1917?
I don't think he's for Lenin because
Right.
his description of Lenin is it's very strong. Yeah.
Strong in a positive or negative way?
Negative way.
Yeah. What about communism? If you go to the section on Marxism, where he gives the historical context of Marxism, what is his tone there? And Kevin, you've got some of it underlined there. What is his tone towards communism?
Oh, right here it has a keyword illusory, which based on illusion or delusion. So that means he wasn't for it. He was basically telling that they had fantasies that were not going to actually be able to succeed.
Right. He doesn't call the feudal system, the feudalism and the monarchy fake or not real. He doesn't call capitalism fake or not real, but he reserves that for communism. So that shows he's not too happy about what happened in 1917. So that gets at point of view, right? Yes, go ahead.